evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise. It's time for Ruth and Real Estate, Market Update. Hey guys, Ruth and Real Estate is back. Yes. So today we're going to talk about the buyers on the sideline. Play hating from the sideline. Why you from my good fella kind of lady? 80s and 80s. Puffy, hold me down, baby. All right, guys. So let's just jump right into it. Why are buyers sitting on the sideline and how they may regret it? So let's talk about home prices right now. So this is graph because home prices have increased, okay, by 5%. All right, thinking about buying, and you're like, wait a minute, what's going on right now? The reason why home prices are still increasing is because supply and demand. There are not enough homes out there. People are not just moving all willy-nilly. Homes appreciate for 4%. So we are above the trend at 7%. We are above that that gradual 4%. We are above it right here. So even though you see transactions starting to decline, we're still above it. 22, they were the highest ever, and now they slightly went down. So if you bought even if you bought before the pandemic, I have buyers right now, they bought before the pandemic, they're going to make a nice check. Ooh, nice check, 6-figure check, okay? So overall, if you're going to buy real estate and stay in it for 10 years, it's a good investment for you. Or Dave Ramsey had a clip and he was like, short-term renting, that's fine. If you broke, do short-term renting, and that's nothing wrong with that. However, when you get your money together, get you a long-term, don't do long-term renting, because in 10 years, your landlord will enjoy the appreciation of their real estate, not you. So you are paying for that. When you're living in that home, or when you live in that apartment building, right, that your landlord owns, you are paying for it, and it's appreciating while you pay for it. So the whole point is, why not you enjoy that? Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to pay for something anyway. Yes, it's going to be some repairs. I was just checking on a seller of mine. It's his 6-year anniversary. I mean, a buyer of mine. Now he's going to be a seller, and I told him happy home anniversary. And we haven't spoken in a while. I'm getting back to contacting everyone, and I did send him something out in the mail. And so he was just like really still happy with the home, but ready to move on. And yeah, he's gonna make a nice check. And what was that? It was like 2016, 6 years ago, 6 years, and he's gonna make a profit. So yeah, I mean, he's happy that he made that choice. And so you want to put yourself in that position. If you wait and you're like, oh, when everything lines up and the sun and the moon and the stars lines up, I'll buy a house. What I'm trying to tell my people is, because wages are not increasing at the pace of inflation, is basically, if your wages are going to stay the same, right, and inflation is going to get up, it's basically, this is your buying power. It's shrinking with more inflation. Hyperinflation is on its way. Price is about to go way up. We gotta get in while we can, right? And so if your income and if prices are moving like this, one day you're not going to be able to afford the house that you want. And I'm trying to get you in that window. The word must get out. I'm trying to get my people in homes before the prices continue to rise. Okay? If prices should drop, right? If prices should drop, they are not going to be lenient in giving you a mortgage. Everything's going to tighten up. So the standard is going to be lifted, and you're going to have better credit. You're already struggling to get the good credit, right? You're already struggling to save your money. The bank is going to have even more stringent standards. And I know that's right, because we were doing 620, and I have a very lenient lender, and now we're doing 640. So if you think that's going to change, like, for the better, and like, hey, let's go back to 5.8, that's not happening. Come on, cut it out. All right, so that's where we are with prices. So you have home prices going up, all because it's not enough people to sell their home. Why would you, if you're barely making it, right? If you're barely making it, why would you sell your home when you bought it at a 3 to 4% interest rate? Why would you now come out and buy a home at a higher interest rate, right? A bigger home, higher interest rate, if your money ain't right, right? Or if you don't have, like, if you have the equity, cool. But if you don't, if people are struggling, if their credit card debt is going up, then it makes sense for them, to stay where they are. But there are always going to be people that have to sell, or they're going to have their money together. There's two types of people: people that have to sell because something crazy is happening in their life, or some people that they're just looking at the opportunity, like, let me just jump in before the price go even higher. They're ready to go. They're ready to move, or they're a baby boomer. They got their money up together. Those kind of people, or the people that they got their stuff together, like they ready to have a nicer home. They ready. They started. They like, I had one seller. He's like, he basically ready to stop being homeless. You know, he wants something very much nicer. Okay, he's done with his starter home. He paid it off, and so now he wants to get a bigger home. And there's nothing wrong with that, because now he can afford it. He put himself into financial position. So those are the types of people that are buying right now, or people that are first time home buyers. Like I said, if they know that, hey, real estate is always going to keep going up, even if it seems slowly, let me get in before before my income doesn't qualify for anymore, because that's the biggest thing, is the income. Credit, you can't go nowhere without credit, but the income, the house is based off of your income and your debt.